welcome to another Just Flying episode. And you see me sat in the cockpit there? Well, that's not me sat in the cockpit. I'm actually sat on the nose of the aircraft. Yeah, this may be an interesting video or a really boring one. I don't know. So what am I doing out here? I find this useful for checking things when making scenery. Do it up here on this little bit, can't we? It's especially with things like this, with ground textures, to see if they line up correctly or there are any tiny gaps in the joins. It's a nice unobstructed view from here. So it's useful, but taxiing at this speed, predominantly looking at the ground, it's not the most mentally stimulating activity. And my mind sometimes wanders, and this time with the thought of, can I fly a plane from here? No instruments, no nothing, that's it. Just a nice view. Yeah, I've got my joystick and throttle. There's buttons mapped on there for the flaps and the landing gear. I'll use those, but no idea of speed or anything else. We'll see what happens. Never tried this before. Okay then. Go with the throttles and see if I can judge the speed for getting airborne. Accelerating nicely. About now, maybe? Yeah, that seemed to get in the air quite easy. I think I may have been going a little bit too fast on the runway actually. Come on, we're flying. Yeah, not going to do anything too major. This Rangiora, by the way. Just do a circuit and see if we can get back in and land again. Haven't got my map to look at. Just thought I've also not got a compass to know exactly when 90 degrees is either, so turn our first leg. No. Maybe that road will be about 90 to the runway. Yeah, reasonable. Near enough. Looking at 1,000 feet circuit, that looks a bit low. No idea. It looks slightly low, perhaps. Not that it really matters, does it? Downwind leg. Yeah, that road's got to be reasonably parallel to the runway, I would have thought. Well, probably not too far off. Well, good enough for us anyway. And yeah, just over there somewhere. That's where I may have been spending the last 20 minutes, half an hour getting bored, sat on the nose of a plane looking at the floor. Well, then again, no real need for mystery, is there? As you know, I'm trying to do a version of Christchurch. Christchurch would have lots of asphalt to look at, and so, yep, that's exactly where I've just been getting bored. With bigger places, it's quite easy to just accidentally move a polygon texture by just such a small amount that you wouldn't really notice in the world editor, and it can bypass you. You only really find it by checking things like this afterwards. Regularly are a few issues, and I've found some here, found some at Wellington, which finished recently. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely useful activity, wandering, taxiing around on the nose of the plane. First time I've ever flown on the nose of the plane though. Racecourse needs to be just off to our left. I'm going to take a guess. If I thought we were right, but we were going a little bit too quickly when we took off, is that going to be the same thing here? And I'm going to end up approaching with a little bit too much airspeed and end up with quite a long float down the runway. Which would of course be better than stalling and crashing into one of these houses here, but we'll see. This is something like the right kind of speed. Coming in. Now are we a bit slow perhaps? Ooh. Yeah, I think that was a last second stall. We still have engines, so we're alive. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Let's scoot myself back into my chair again. What airspeed were we actually doing? Yeah, a little bit low, wasn't it? Or lower than it normally would have been. And yeah, little stall into the end of the runway. Yeah, not the best landing ever, but yeah, we landed. Okay, job done. That's another one ticked off my stupid bucket list. Yeah, you go back to doing something more productive, and I'll go back to Christchurch and probably do something a little bit boring. Okay, see you soon.